Hello everyone. In this video, I provide you short note on the what is consciousness of the abstracting in general semantic.
Consciousness of abstracting is a key concept in general semantics developed by Alfred Korzybski. First of all, I provide you definition of this concept. So, consciousness of the abstracting refers to the awareness of human tendency to abstract or create mental representation of our experience rather than directly experiencing reality.
I split this definition in some points so that it's easy to understand. 1. Humans do not experience reality directly. We experience reality through our senses and mind, not as it truly is. For example, a rose exists in reality, but you experience only its color, smell, and shape, not everything about it, like its cells or chemical structure. 2. We select and ignore many details. Our mind selects some aspects of experience and omits others. For example, two students attend the same lecture. One remembers the examples, the other remembers only definitions. Same reality, different experiences. 3. We create mental representations, or abstractions. What we store in our mind is a mental image or idea, not the actual event. For example, after meeting a person once, you think, "He is rude." This is a mental label, not the full reality of that person. 4. Language is an abstraction of experience. Words are symbols, not the things themselves. For example, the word water is not wet or drinkable. It is only a symbol representing the real thing. 5. Consciousness of abstracting means being aware of this process. It means knowing that our thoughts, words, and judgments are limited and partial. For example, instead of saying, "This movie is boring," you say, "I found this movie boring based on my taste." This shows awareness that your reaction is subjective. 6. It helps avoid wrong conclusions. When we are conscious of abstracting, we avoid overgeneralization and absolute statements. For example, wrong, unconscious, all teachers are strict. Better, conscious, some teachers I have met are strict.
Let's know some key points of this concept with example. 1. Abstraction. Meaning. Abstraction is the mental process by which humans select certain aspects of reality and ignore others to form ideas, concepts, or labels. Reality is infinitely complex, but the human nervous system can process only limited information. Hence, abstraction is unavoidable. Being conscious of abstraction means knowing that whatever we know is partial and incomplete. For example, a student says, "This book is difficult." Here, difficulty is an abstraction based on the student's background knowledge, language ability, interest level. The book itself is not objectively difficult. 2. Levels of abstraction. Levels of abstraction show how far our thinking moves away from reality step by step. Main levels, Korzybski. First is event level, reality itself, which cannot be fully known. Second is object level, what we perceive through senses. Third is description level, words and statements. Fourth is inference level, judgments, conclusions, beliefs. Awareness of levels helps us identify whether we are describing facts or making inferences. For example, event, a teacher speaks loudly in class. Description, the teacher raised his voice. Inference, the teacher is rude. Conscious thinkers separate description from inference. 3. Language and symbolism. Language is a system of symbols used to represent experiences. Words are not reality, only symbols for reality. Being aware that words are not things prevents misunderstanding. For example, the word fire does not burn. The word sweet has no taste. Similarly, success means different things to different people. 4. Map-territory relationship. Korzybski's famous principle, the map is not the territory. Territory equals reality. Map equals our descriptions, beliefs, language. Maps help us navigate reality, but never contain all details. We must not confuse our mental maps with reality itself. Example: a syllabus describes a subject, a map, but studying the syllabus is not the same as knowing the subject, territory. 5. Semantic reactions. Semantic reactions are automatic emotional or behavioral responses to words, symbols, or situations, rather than to reality itself. Unconscious abstraction leads to emotional reactions without analysis. For example, if someone is called fail, the person may feel depressed, even though it is just a word. A conscious person pauses and asks, on what basis was this label given? 6. Evaluative abstractions. Evaluative abstractions are judgments, labels, or value statements formed after abstracting from experience. These include good, bad, right, wrong, intelligent, dull. Evaluations are not facts, but interpretations. For example, she is a bad student. This evaluation ignores learning conditions, teaching methods, emotional state. A conscious evaluation would be, she scored low in 2 tests. 7. Consciousness of abstracting. Consciousness of abstracting is the awareness that we abstract at every stage of knowing. Our language and thoughts are limited. Our evaluations are not absolute truths. Importance. It helps us think scientifically, avoid dogmatic thinking, improve communication, reduce conflicts, separate facts from opinions. For example, instead of saying, "This system is useless," a conscious speaker says, "Based on my experience, this system did not work well for me." From the above discussion, we can conclude this concept that it becomes clear that consciousness of abstracting is a fundamental principle of general semantics, which emphasizes the need to be aware of the abstracting process involved in human thinking, language, and communication. Human beings do not experience reality directly. Instead, they select, interpret, and evaluate reality through various levels of abstraction. I hope this video is helpful for everyone. For more videos, please like and subscribe my channel.